Hello everyone and welcome back to Season Watch. Today we're watching My Dress Up Darling episode 12, the final episode. Hopefully we'll get a new season at some point. This was very fun to watch. As for next season, I'm just gonna pick some anime blind to watch. If you want to have a say in it, jump on Discord and leave a suggestion. For right now, I'm thinking of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie or something like that. I don't remember the title. But I imagine that would be something with similar vibes as this show. I'm basically going blind, so I have no idea. But let's focus on the present, on My Dress Up Darling. So last episode, what did we have? Oh, that's right. We have them at the cafe, the manga cafe, and she was totally fine, but he was very conscious of them being in close space together. And then she introduced him to that manga with the succubus and the altar guy, which is a comedy with in the style, that 4-panel simplistic style. So he had the challenge of making the costume without having all the details, because a simplistic style manga, and even the back was completely covered, so he had to imagine it. So we skipped ahead and we got his final work while they went on the so-called studio that Marin arranged. But this studio turns out to be a love hotel. She was completely fine with it, moved on, but that was very conscious on his mind. She tried out the costume, was great. He praised it, and she talked about his problem that he was worrying of being not directly related to the original, and that's fine. People have their own takes on outfits sometimes. Even animes do that compared to the manga, and his was always great. So then they went to the photo shoot there, and he was completely work mode. Just focusing it, taking the photos, using the props. He even lied on the bed to get the perspective. But once they got far enough and they heard the sounds from the other rooms, he snapped back into reality and realized what was going on. In that panic, they ended up accidentally setting up the mood. It was their bodies were very close together in the dark, and they were approaching slowly and were about to kiss. But the phone rang saying the time was over. Of course, it wouldn't be that simple. But she was very conscious that they were very close, so I imagine that they were slowly closing in on a relationship. We saw her perspective, but we never really see what he thought about that or what he thinks of her after that. So maybe we'll get something in this episode. Now, this episode is titled My Dress Up Darling, so as a closure for the season with the anime title, I wonder what we're gonna have related to that. For cosplays, I don't think we might get any here, because all the ones in the opening were already done. So yeah, I don't have a lot of idea what's gonna happen this episode. We'll just have to find out. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. With that being said, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we have the night sky. Is this directly after the event? It's like in still the same night? Are we having a festival? Or maybe none of the above. He's working on the Hina dolls. A rare sight. We haven't seen much of that lately. Well, we do know that he has been improving. What's up? Is something on your mind, Wakana? Is that fireworks? Yeah. So there is a festival going on. Is it Marin sending you a message? Help her. Of course, he's gonna be very worried. Think it's gonna be something very problematic, an emergency. But I don't think it will be something like that. Considering Marin, I don't think it would be something so problematic. She's just wanting maybe somebody to go to the festival together, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe something simple as that. Look at that Sajina Shinju there. Still funny that Sajina is that older sister. Last time we'll be hearing this opening. Yeah. Wakana's gonna be able to take a break for. And that's all the outfits. Last one's just Marin herself. And they going on their shopping dates. My dress up, darling. Oh, what? No? What? Oh yeah. Was he busy with work? It sounds like he was busy at work. Did he cancel it because she didn't do her homework? A daily update? Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna do a lot of jobs, you might not have as much time left as you think. Her part-time as a model? Still pretty impressive. Yeah, it's very very professional shoot. Yeah. Makes sense. She always was. Okay, so it's not that me too. I'm not a big into scary movies. Okay, so she's never mind. I was about to say like she was of that kind of mindset, but it seems like she's the one more troubled by it than him. Yeah, look at that. He's totally blank, and she's the one panicking. Okay. He actually ended up enjoying Scary Movie, huh? You actually want to rewatch it? Of course. He's very professional. She cannot take the. She was at her limit. But yeah, see, they watching movies together. Oh. Oh. I thought it was simply that she forgot. Oh, I guess in a way she did forget. And he went with her there. Oh yeah, they watched the scary movie and now they're in a place all alone. In a big building. Oh yeah. Yeah, what happened? Why haven't you been eating there lately? Oh, quite a lot. In a way, because... Oh, the pool. What's up, Wakana? Do you not know how to swim, or...? Okay, just... worried about getting in trouble. That was not a dipping a foot. Is she gonna get him to go in? Oh, that easy. Okay, so he actually went in to help her out. I thought she was just faking it to get him to go in as well. She just went to the beach, never really went swimming. Okay, so she's the one that can't swim. The water reflect on their faces, so it's very nice touch. Yeah. It's still nice, like, even if you don't swim, I suppose. No, that's totally fine. Huh. I guess that is an instant comparison. I didn't really think of it that way, but yeah. But I totally thought like she accidentally found the water, but she stayed under just to fake it so that he would go in as well. He's also the studious type. Of course. And we're having this shots again. Winning praise. But curious that we had a repeating shot. like the show would have great animation, so I guess they have to skip out somewhere, which is totally fine. Like, are they going to the festival together now that she's completed her homework? And there's a lot of people with yukatas. How do you pronounce that? A good way to finish it. There she is, wearing a yukata. Oh, and her hair up. Very different feel. Oh, his new outfit. Yeah, of course. The little chibi her was also pretty cute though. It sounds like it is real. It's always cute seeing her crushing moments. Her moments of having a crush. She's really forcing that. Like, but yeah, like they are always going on a date somewhat. And she already left. She's eating everything. Yep, 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 yep. Look at that face. I wouldn't say it's normal, but oh yeah, they completely forgot about the fireworks, and we're just buying food. Yeah, another one of his first time experience. Yep. Oh, surely. And he's getting to experience. Ooh. I really like the shot. I really like that rotating shot. Look at that. Fireworks can be so pretty. It's a whole different feeling when you're right there, huh? Than I watch it from afar from home. And the little music with vocals too. Yeah. You're here with Marin. Look at that. Are you realizing you're falling for her? Come on, Mighty. You ruined your shot. You were having a moment there. And you, of all people, ruined it. He's gonna carry her home. Hundred, 180. Is it exact 180 centimeters? Or were there some centimeters that he cut off there? Because if it is 180 centimeters, that's my height. He's still in high school, so he's probably gonna get taller. Sure, it sucks, but because of that, you're getting a pigback ride. No, don't think it like that. Already making plans for next year? Okay, now calm down, Maddie. Calm down. Oh, this feels a little early. Is there some after credits scene, or is this really it? Like, it's a nice little story, just has nothing to do with cosplay. I still love this little cheap drawing art style of Marin there in the AD. But yeah, like this episode had nothing to do with the cosplay. It was just about the two of them spending the end of the rest of the summer being at her house. Okay. But yeah, like being at her house, helping for homework, watching a movie together, ended up falling to the pool together, going to a summer fireworks festival together. And yeah, the way that he was looking at Mighty during the end of the fireworks, I am imagining that he's starting to realize that he's falling for her, but he doesn't compute it. I guess you could say that. Now, is there any after credits? There is. Okay. Getting a call. Is she scared from the movie? She's scared. Okay, now that's on you, girl. Somebody's in a foul mood. The little drop scared her like that. Huh? So, are they gonna have a sleepover tonight? Oh, it has to do with smartphones. Okay, so they're not actually gonna have sleepovers, just talking over the phone. Yeah. Yeah, just talking away and distracting yourself. And why the camera was focusing on her legs. Oh, it's tomorrow that starts. Oh, he's falling asleep right now. Is he gonna say anything? Because last time I remember, he called her beautiful. Yeah, they really went through a lot. Sounds like he's asleep. Sounds like nothing's gonna come out. Is she gonna say it while he's asleep? Yep. Maybe that was the whole point why you said that. Is he gonna talk in his dream? Sleep talk. I'm just waiting for that. Maybe. Oh, right before she ends the call? Or no? Just. There we go. So there we go. That's the end of the episode. I really don't know what I expected there. Like, him talking his sleep, but it's not like he realized yet that he loves her. She realized that a while ago, but he hasn't. So I don't know what I was expecting to say while sleep talking. But nothing happened. He just fell asleep, and she confessed while he was asleep, just to pour it out without actually having to deal with any consequence, I suppose. But yeah, this episode was a little closure. Nothing big happened. It was just the two of them enjoying some time together. After all, this series is about cosplays and the romance. We're done with cosplay for now, so this episode was just the romance. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, they went over, helped her with the homework, they watched a movie together, and I actually thought it would go the other way. Like, he would be the one scared, and she wouldn't. But it turns out, nope. He was completely fine being professional, like, look at the little details, curious about the clothing, the shoots, like the angles, the CGI and everything. And she was the one that was reaching her limit. Like, he even rewinded everything. That was quite a surprise. Then they went to the school together. They talked about it, but I thought there would be more when they were mentioning like the school all by themselves, hearing their footsteps. They just watched a scary movie, but there wasn't really much to it. And they passed by the pool where she fell in, like just tip of toe, and the whole foot and the whole body. And like I was saying, like another moment that caught me by surprise, because I did not expect that she did not know how to swim. and she slipped and fell that easy. He saved her life there. Yeah, and then afterwards we had them going to the fireworks festival together. Like, they are a couple. In all definitions, they are a couple. They just have not officialized it yet, but they're doing every couple thing, basically. Let's see what else. Like, he grabs a lot of food. And he was fascinated by the fireworks because that was his first time experience that. That was some beautiful shots, by the way, from the fireworks. Both the rotating one and then the full-on shot with a wide screen of the fireworks. But then he started to pay attention to her instead. And that was a whole moment there. And then she ruined with a blue tongue. Like, come on, girl. You're the one that realized you're crushing him. Why are you ruining your own moments like this? But then he carried her on his back on the way home. And as we're finishing it, she decided to watch the second movie. I don't know why, because she was scared of the first one. She was like at her limit, and then she decided she will watch the second one by herself. Big mistake. So she was very scared to go to sleep, so she just wanted to talk with him to distract. And they talked about the summer and everything they have been doing since they met, basically. And they kept talking, and she was already getting distracted enough to not be scared anymore, and he was falling asleep. To the moment where he actually fell asleep. And after she kind of confirmed that, she confessed that she loved him. But it was more like just thinking out loud, but not having him hear her. And, well, that's where we end. Very simple closure. Nothing too big. To be honest, I don't know what would be big enough to close this. Like I was saying before, I really hope we get a season 2 someday. I really love this show. So yeah, let's go over the whole series. So we started. How did they? Oh, that's right. They were at the sewing club. Like, he was making a dress for the Hina doll, and she popped in. And he was worried about the whole Hina doll thing being discovered, but she was surprised by that, found it cute, and she was more surprised by his ability with the sewing machine. So she showcased the cosplay to him and asked for his help. Well, until then, he was actually seeing a lot of her integrity and how don't laugh at other people's hobbies, like don't get used, like she was very wise. She may not be smart, wise yes, but the smart's out there. So yeah, she kind of has been on his mind for a long time, huh? Now that I think about it. So yeah, she was opening up his view of the world already. And then when he accepted, he just went down the rabbit hole of cosplay. And actually making people-sized costumes instead of the small doll ones. Which, it turned out, it actually helped him because he got a wider experience with it, which helped him with the dolls. So we had Shizuku, I believe what's her name? The Sleepy Girls one. And he was actually completely fine with the game and talking about it in public. They kind of went out on a date, getting the materials and everything. And he was actually feeling actually useful and not being used. Big difference. And then we met Sajina. or Juju, which is actually someone that Marin's a big fan of. And she was actually interested in the cosplays. So there were some risky moments there when we met her. And surprisingly enough, she's even older than them. So we worked on that. We even met her younger sister. Not little sister though, because she's much taller. Probably almost Wakana's height. And she's actually a bit shy and very much looks up to her sister. To the point where she wanted to cosplay, but she did not want to risk letting her sister down, so she was rejecting that feeling of her. But Wakana noticed that, and when they had a private moment, he talked to her about it and convinced her, with his own experience from the cosplay event he went, about seeing everyone just cosplaying the character they like, be it a guy cosplaying a girl cosplaying a guy, or anything. And they worked on that together. It was very nice. You could see that he was always thinking of Marin during that time, because she was already on his mind. Like, he was already crushing on her. He just didn't realize that yet, like Marin has. And then when they surprised the other two, like Sajuna saw how he took care of her sister very well and realized a wish of her that she didn't even notice. And that made her see a whole new side of him, which she's starting to get a crush on him. Of course, nowhere near Marin's level. Both the crush and the experience with him, the bond with him. But yeah, they have, Marin and Wakana had all kinds of experience together. Like, both when they're working the cosplays and in their private life, like, always so fun. Seeing, like, Wakana actually experience everything, because he's always been laser focused on the Hina dolls. So this is opening up his world. And Marin's actually having someone to share in her biggest hobbies, and not just the stuff that she does with her friends. So yeah, it's very great, very I'm trying to look for the word. Very productive? No. A very healthy relationship. There we go. Because they're both gaining something, they're helping the other, and love is definitely there. Even if Wakana does not realize that. Like, it was just very good. So yeah, I hope we can actually find a show next season or something that has a similar feel to it. But with that being said, I guess we're done for today. So, bye!